Hi guys, it's Carissa. I have a really adorable craft project for you today. It is a Valentine's Day decoration, but it really could be used for any kind of home decor. Really, you can control the size and shape of it. You can control the colors, so it can be done for a bedroom, a nursery, above a fireplace. Of course, you could hang it like a wreath at the front door. But I just think it's so precious, and the ability to customize it to your liking is one of the best parts of it. So it is this adorable heart wreath, and all you need are a few supplies and a little bit of patience at first. But it's a great project for if you're sitting and watching a movie or something. Wrapping the wreath is a cinch. So if you'd like to see how to make it, keep watching. Here's what you'll need: 2 colors of felt, 1 color of yarn, hot glue gun and glue sticks, Sharpies, scissors, a heart-shaped template, and a wreath form. Now what you'll want to do is when you look at your wreath form, look for a seam. It's really important to start at the seam because it can catch on the yarn and really make things difficult. So what I like to do is tie the yarn right where the seam starts, and I do double knot it. Now, normally you would think this would be enough, but it actually makes things a lot easier if you also secure it to the wreath in that spot with hot glue. This will keep it all from sliding when you're trying to tighten the yarn. Just a little bit, you don't need too much. Make sure everything is lined up right on that seam. And then you start wrapping. Now this can take a while, and I found the best practice is just to kind of keep looping the roll of yarn through. Now see how that doubled up there? You want to make sure that it's all going in order and not getting snagged, because you're going to slide it up like this and then kind of cinch it tighter. And you can really tighten the yarn to get a nice, even, smooth wrap by pulling on the free end of yarn, and it'll look like that. It'll look like you didn't get very far after you've done what feels like an awful lot. So just keep that in mind. This is probably the worst part of the project. There isn't really an easy way of doing it. But see, if you just keep wrapping, you can slide and tighten what you've already wrapped, and it makes everything look nice and flat and even. See how tight I can get that? Now make sure that any little splits like this you cinch back together, and really keep everything tight. This is what it'll look like when you're finished. And next you'll want to have a heart template. I cut mine out of cardboard. You can print them off the internet. Just make sure that when you line it up with the wreath, it's not too big. Then what you'll want to do is draw the heart shapes onto the felt with your Sharpies. Now you'll want to use something like a Sharpie so it's dark enough to see. Just make sure that it's not too dark so that it doesn't bleed through to the other side. You don't want to see the Sharpie lines on the actual hearts. Once you've traced them all on there, you can cut them out and get them ready to glue onto the wreath. What you'll do is alternate the colors. So one color will face outward, one will face inward. And this will help create that really cute argyle pattern. Once they're arranged on the wreath, I like to hot glue them down. It's nice to place them on the wreath first so you can get an idea of how they will be lined up and make sure that they're nice and even. This is what it looks like when you are finished gluing. And now we are on to wrapping the last step. What you'll do is make sure you have some free edge hanging off and wrap at a diagonal starting from the back. You can hot glue it to kind of secure the first piece. I find that that makes it a lot easier. And now, again, you'll want to keep this really nice and tight. It'll make everything look a lot cleaner and a lot more uniform. So hold the loose end with your thumb as you wrap the other part of the thread. I do really still think keeping it on the roll is best. So if it seems silly that I'm swinging the whole the whole roll along, it's a lot easier to use just the one piece than have to try and make it look neater and use it, like cutting extra pieces. So go all the way around. And then once you reach your starting point, it's going to look like that and go in the opposite direction. So starting from the back, you'll wrap back the way you just came from in the opposite direction over the heart. And this is the time to kind of fix it if it's not exactly straight, but don't make yourself nuts on this. It really looks great and nobody's going to look at it that closely. And if they are, tell them, get out of my house and go make one yourself. So keep pulling the thread nice and tight until you get back all the way around. And back here you can just kind of tie it to the original string or tuck it under one of the previous ones. You don't have to be too specific. Gluing the extra pieces down helps a lot though. It really keeps everything together. So I'm just trimming that, tying it together, making sure it's nice and tight, and then trimming the excess. And there it is. Adorable, right? That's basically it, guys. So I ended up with this wreath right here. I think it makes a really sweet gift to give to someone. Whether it's for Valentine's Day or not, it would be a really nice little something. This, in case you're wondering, is a 12-inch wreath. 12-inch wreath form, and I just got it at Joann Fabrics along with all the other supplies. If you have questions or if I made anything a little bit too difficult or unclear, please just let me know and I'll be happy to answer them for you. If you make a wreath, I would love to see it. I'd love to see the color combinations you came up with and what materials you used. So just send me a picture, send me a link, or make a video response. Thank you very much, you guys. I'll talk to you soon.